Hi everyone, and welcome to Whiteskys Wisdom. This is the daily wisdom. I hope you're all going well. Collective energy reading for whoever's drawn to it. You've got this amazing inspiration. You've put it out into the world and you're just sort of checking out to see whether it's actually you're on point, whether it's the right thing. I think you're sort of trying to check in with yourself to see if it's the right thing, but you're also looking outside of yourself in the environment and the way people are reacting and acting towards you to see if this is the right thing. I think what you've been asked to do at the moment is to not to look for any other signs external to yourself and sit with the idea and see how it literally feels in your body. You could be experiencing people around you that aren't exactly telling the truth. And or they're expecting you to act in a very different way than you are right now. You've put the idea out and you've put it out into the universe. And you're not doing this as a selfish thing either, nor as a one-upmanship. You're doing this to sort out your future and where you're moving to. But the preconceived ideas of people around you could be coming back as they're bailing, they're leaving early, they're not focused on what they used to be, they're not focused on the drama anymore, they're not focused on me. I don't think any of that's your concern. People might actually literally be seeing you as someone that's completely cut off their emotions, but it couldn't have been farther from the truth. Things have come in really fast, massive change. One day you were one way, one day you woke up and went, wow, this is changing, and it's changing now. And I think you're starting to realise that the only thing that you can change in your entire life is yourself and the way you feel about it, about any situation, and to also make the choices for yourself. You possibly believe that your life would be a certain way by now, that things would be all sort of sorted. But I think you're realising there's a lot more to life, and this isn't the end of it. This is not all you're meant for. There's something else calling on the horizon. Wisdom seems to be boiling up within inside your being. You're seeing the folly of other people's actions and also your own. And you're deciding to move yourself away from this, taking your precious inner child and the feminine side of yourself and making the decision to make a physical action to take your energy somewhere else. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be literally a physical move by taking yourself somewhere else. But I think it's a redirection of what is important. What other people expect of you, societal expectations, the boss, the partner, whatever. Your mates expect you to be like this. You're throwing it all up in the air. So just maybe today, so pull your energy back. Don't give too much away. Don't give the game away. And watch how people react to this. Are the ones that will by your side wanting you to give them a hand constantly? Are they there to give you a hand at the moment? Or are they sitting back and critiquing and talking behind your back? Let's see if there's advice. Because you know what your happy is. And there's something about the inner child. Sorry, I'm just adjusting this neck thing. You could literally be feeling like you have a pain in the neck. You know what your happiness is. And it's not for anybody else to tell you what happiness is or how you need to act so they can be happy. The only person that we can really make happy is ourselves. There's nothing you can do to make anybody else happy. You'll try very hard to make somebody else happy, and the bar will change, because you're dealing with another energy completely, and they're coming from their own stuff. So it's now time to pull your energy basically back into yourself and decide what makes you happy, and particularly that inner child. That little kid inside that just wants to go play on the horsey. Horsey! Yeah, that one. Okay, so let's get into it. Advice for the collective, please. That's it. Love yourself. All of it. And also love yourself exactly as you are now, but realize the gift is to embrace your own power. Once again, the only person that has the power over you is yourself. And I think you're deciding to make that choice. No longer people pleasing. Because when you people please constantly and send your energy out to all and sundry, I better not change tracks because the partner won't like it. I better not jump ship on the company because they're expecting me to be at my desk, all the rest of it, let alone I want to be something else. I want to study a tarot YouTube channel. I think it's a matter of pulling all that back into you and deciding that, okay, keep the day job, but also start to do something, YouTube at night or whatever the thing is at night. Wouldn't go telling all and sundry either, because there's a lot of people are going to have some real big opinions on what they think you should be doing. They're also going to have a lot of opinions on where you need to keep it within the lines of what they perceive you to be. Just going to have a look at any love blocks here. Wow, straight up. It's a bit of a story. I'll quickly flick through it. It's a bit of a story. Ask for help. Seek wisdom from a mentor. I think you're actually deciding that higher power is yourself, or possibly the older version of yourself, you as a higher form of yourself. There could be some good-intentioned people basically saying, oh, really? Should you really do that? Is that really a good idea? And in the past, you might have gone, oh, yes, Nan, or yes, Mum, yeah, okay, I better not do that. I better not stick my head out. I better not go leave my day job and do something else for a living, live my dreams. No, I'll do what we're supposed to do in the family, hey? That sort of energy. But you're realising this has actually left you really out of balance. When you seek external validation all the time, and all of us do, when we seek that external validation, it leaves us in the place of ill balance. We're not checking in with our body, ourselves, to see what's right for us. And we compartmentalise the parts of ourselves. At work I act this way, at home I act this way. Around amongst friends I'm this to them, at home I'm this to them. But your life's journey is perfect for you. So there's literally nothing anyone can say or do to make your life the life that you are going to love. You're the one that's responsible for making your life the one that you want to love. And I think the realisation today that a lot of things have been discombobulated with external expectations or perceived external expectations. And now you're realising it's time to bring all the pieces back together again. It's a realisation that we all make mistakes, and there's parts of our being that we really just may not really want to go down and have a good look at. Why have I separated my life out into all these components? But once you actually look at the ways that you act, as I said, step back and be the observer in your life today. Third person perspective, gaming term, or literally drone shot above your head. Literally envision you're having a look from a drone down onto your life. And watching the way you interact with others and the way they interact with you. It's going to be very enlightening. Make sure you listen to what the other people are saying. Make sure you listen to their body language. Check for nuances. Also check the way your body reacts to certain things. Things that are said, or things you witness, or things you might go through today. Do you feel a tightening in the chest, around your heart, your throat? Do your legs tighten up? Do you feel you're starting to make a fist? The only way we can really or clenching your jaw, there's all these things. Headaches. It's very difficult to check in with those things if we're projecting our energy outside of ourselves constantly and waiting for validation to come back. So when we pull our energy back into ourselves and center it back into ourselves and just be a non-critical observer of our life and the way the energy interactions happening, we get to see and feel in our body the discrepancies, like somebody that has been crossing your bound. I'm just giving an example. Say someone you feel has been crossing your boundaries constantly and entering into, taking liberties with your energy. If that person were to say, you're safe in this environment, your body would probably start to react like, no, you're not. But your brain would be logicking, oh yeah, well they're saying I'm safe. Yeah, of course I'm safe. Yeah, right, You want to believe that. Throat chakra, straight up. There you go. So you want to believe it, but is it true? Interesting. I just tapped the mic too. I'm sorry about that. You might be hearing a knock at the door. Boom, boom, boom. Could be a good day not to answer it. And if you do, actually make sure that you've got your shit deflector up pretty high, because it's going to be very enlightening what comes at you. Because I think we're starting to realise that we've been programmed into a life that may not necessarily be the life we want to live. As children, we're sent off to school and indoctrinated. As adults, that indoctrination leads us into lifelong careers that are part of a system that is self-serving and doesn't really care about the individual. It's the way the society has been made to lead to, so there's a few people at the top that benefit from all the energy and life force of the individuals that are actually sustaining it. But I think you're actually starting to realise here that it's time to pull your energy back from that whole system. But gee, you're going to end up with repercussions from that system. It's basically when Neo woke up in the Matrix and all the and all the Agent Smiths just went, nah, basically, sorry, you need to get back in line. Hey, there'll be no awakening here, thank you. That means I'm losing power every time each one of you wakes up. But I think it's starting to be a cascade effect. And in all honesty, the whole way we work is completely shifting up. If you're in the system where you have to go to the 9 to 5 and stuff like that, particularly if it's a manual labour job, those jobs seriously are going to be taken over by robotics in the next decade, probably even faster than that. So we're basically we all should be on a trajectory to actually living our dreams, not perceived roles. But we're right at the end here of the consumerist type of lifestyle, and most of us are stuck with mortgages and car loans and having to go work for the man. But you have a choice. Are you willing to stay in an area or a system, a type of thinking that keeps you chained, bound? Or are you actually willing to dream a lot higher, move into a new reality, decide to tell the system, you don't actually literally have to tell the system, but just show the system by your non-compliance. Let's go. Changes within bring many blessings. Advice. Thank you. Because I think you've really got a good idea of a way to make money. It might be just even really tiny and small and slow moving, but that's still there. It's in the back of your mind. It's time to dig out those plans that you had, those drawings, those ideas, or put pen to paper. You could be inspired whilst out with friends, maybe talking of such things. So if you have like-minded friends, today is a really good time to get out there and actually just start to say, well, I've decided I'm going to, I'd like to live a more authentic life. How, are anybody else experiencing these energies, these feelings? And brainstorm with it. A lot of conversation. But also be careful that the people that you're telling these things to, if you are not good time friends. Oh, do you really want to change? Do you really want to move? Do you really want to go in that new direction? If you start hearing stuff like that, no. Pull your energy back into you. Go, oh, it was lovely catching up, girls, I'll see you again whenever. But see things from a very different perspective today. See things from the flip side. Don't see things on surface. Don't see things through the 3D matrix. And shield at all costs. Shield your energy. Put that white light system around yourself. Sit in the love bubble. Because there could be heartache coming at you today of what people say. I think you're making the wrong choice. I think you're wrong. You're crazy. All these other things. Do you really want to do that? Don't even listen to it. Nobody knows. Because if you do listen to it, and you take in all those other people's opinions and words and everything like that, it depletes your life force to a point where you can't manifest these dreams. And in all honesty, people that don't want you to change, to have you stay exactly as you are, would love you like this. And in all honesty, you're giving a lot of energy to people that like you like this. That's a concern, isn't it? So the way to stop yourself ending up like this is to shield your energy from the rubbish that comes at you. You've put up massive boundaries. You're not tolerating people's energy vampirism any longer. You're not tolerating people overstepping boundaries. But you could also be beating yourself up that you allowed it to go on so long. Have a look at any more love blocks here. Just saw, yeah, it came back out again. In society, you're not whole unless you're in a partnership. In society, you're not whole unless you have a wife, a husband, if you're same sex, you know, whatever. A lot of energy goes into these relations. A lot. A lot of the time we project what we believe would be our ideal onto the other partner. When I meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. But how can you integrate those energies into yourself? How can you start to treat yourself like the other partner? How much energy are you giving away to somebody else, whereas you could really treat on yourself? Because this is going to take massive courage. And at times you're literally going to feel like you just haven't got the strength anymore. But you know there's a dawn of a new day, and I don't know if you can hear that. The kookaburras are singing in the dawn of the new day. In Australia, that's what they do. Before the sun arises, the kookaburras call. So the kookaburras are calling you now and telling you to rest in courage. That we've got your back. You're stronger than you have infinitely believe. You've got this. You can transmute this energy. Today, keep sacred your ideas, your energy, your space. Sit back and witness the way people react, the way they behave, the way they treat you. Check in with your body. How does it feel after certain interactions or certain things happen during the day? Where is that tightness, that restriction, that feeling of ill-ease in your body? And look up references for how that is how you are thinking. Because whatever we think, we manifest in our body. Our body is the thing that shows us the ruminations that constantly go around in our mind. If you feel like you haven't got the ability to speak up, you can have massive problems with your throat chakra. So that's just an example. So have the courage to check back in with yourself instead of projecting your energy out today. Sit in silence and check in. Create open communication with yourself, your spirit team, your higher self and your body. Your body wants you to check in. It's the humanness of us. It's the way we can figure out the constant ruminations. It's a way to love yourself. Have the courage. It's going to be okay. I really hope that helped. If you'd like to like, subscribe and all that good stuff, I'd just like to say thank you so much. I love you all and bye for now.